All right, folks, so let's get something straight here. Discounted prices do not mean it is real estate bottom. I just got off the phone with a fella here, and he has been claiming and almost, I would say, being certain and sure that we have hit the bottom of real estate market, and now this is the one-time chance or opportunity to recover, right? And now we got into the call and all of that stuff and into the topic a little bit deeper. He could not really come up with the backing of his statement, why this is the bottom. Maybe he heard it, maybe he watched some videos, maybe he read the news, whatever, right? But I just want to point out here, like, I'll take an example from a client from 2022. We'll know the story, high prices, peak, bubble. It softened from that point. We have seen interest rates up, and he had to sell because he was under pressure, right? He didn't want to discount the price in 2023 because he said, no, it is worth it. It's just a little glitch. Real estate market will recover sooner than we expect and all of that stuff. Fine. So he didn't sell in 2023. In 2024, real estate once again didn't sell, right? In 2024, he went through his entire savings. He was literally fighting like a lion, okay? Trying to make all these ends meet, right? So respect for that. However, looking at the entire image, right? Like the situation in 2024, if he would have sold, he would have lost his down payment. He was about, I would say, 15%, 15 to 17%, plus all the commissions and stuff like that. Like he's roughly around 20% of money loss. And let's just point out that this property is in Niagara Falls. So now in 2024, he decides to still hold on because the recovery is around the corner. And in 2026, we spoke and he said, like, look, from 2024, I still lost money in 2025 and 2026. So it goes to show you a discounted price does not mean it's the bottom, right? And we do see some, I would say, bidding wars or multiple offer situations, right? And this is the confusion, okay? And in some of these areas, some of these properties have been purposely discounted to attract multiple offers and whatnot, right? Maybe it's not stated it is a multiple offer situation, but it happens naturally. If a price is discounted, many buyers that see a particular product or a home in an amazing area for a discounted price, they jump on it, right? And that creates the multiple offer and all of that stuff. Like you already know where this is going. However, if we would analyze this property at the peak, it already saw 20%, maybe even 30% discount already, right? And it happened in stages, right? First it was 5%, less 10, 20, 30, right? So nobody can guarantee that the price you buy today will be the bottom price and it will go up from here. So that's reason number one. So I believe reason number two, if you are buying a property to make extreme gains, and this is your business plan, how you will earn profits, capital, you will do something, probably the wrong reason, or I would say the wrong vehicle to do it in, right? Because you can play with stock market, faster liquidation. There's so many crypto, this, that, like so many vehicles you can sit in and you can kind of play that game of chess or gain and liquidation and all of that stuff. So I would say the third component is, are you ready to buy a home, a house, a condo, whatever, right? A roof over your head. And being ready means other components have to be in place, in my opinion, right? Location, employment, down payment. What does this look like, right? Like in a short term, long term, there's the risk of interest rates feathering up once again. There's the risk of life in general being more expensive. So it is always best to analyze these situations and give yourself a buffer, right? Just give yourself a buffer, right? Like a formula, mathematical equation buffer, right? So these are the mechanisms that that can help you in the future. So I believe now we're in the mix of not being truthful, because majority of people say, hey, look, I want to buy, but if I make the money on the property. And it's fair. I mean, to say it's a fair statement. But if this is the only reason why you're buying, it's the wrong reason. It's not that easy to be an owner, and owners know there's so much more involved owning a home, right? Maintenance, even time consuming. You have to shovel your driveway. You have to clean up leaves, lawn. There like windows, maintenance of roof, interior, exterior, bricks break, water leaks, and all of the above. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but I'm just saying, like make sure you analyze the situation. Chasing the bottom here and there, who knows? I mean, you could be buying the property today, and this property could be worth less next year. So we're definitely dealing in a downwards market. Like there's no question about that. Like this market is definitely kind of heading downwards. Like there's definitely pressure from the top squeezing it. And Canada being in the position that almost the entire GDP is relying on real estate, right? So we're basically selling these homes and condo unit boxes to each other for profit, right? Like it's like we're gambling amongst each other for profit, like the musical chairs, right? So it definitely seems like it, but until we see the proper economic stability, and we see capital moving into Canada once again with truckloads, then we can say, hey, look, something is happening, right? And yes, the claim even on the phone call said, like, look, like wherever I drive, I see these towers, I see cranes, I see. Hold on a second. It doesn't work like that. These condos have been sold years ago. They broke the ground. They went through the government approvals. Now you see the tower, right? Now you have to ask yourself the question, will these buyers that bought from a blueprint or floor plan, will they be able to close? That's the next question. And how will that have an effect on their current home? Because most of the time, they did take equity lines of credit, HELOCs, and home equities to purchase these condos in the first place. So I hope you gain some value out of this. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.